Hey guys, working a little bit with a different sling hold here. Actually, I've shown it in another video, maybe a couple, but this was brought to my attention from formerly Jay on slinging.org, but his username now is Ancient Craftworks, I think. But it's a pinky hold for the finger loop. So your pinky goes through the finger loop of the sling, but then the sling actually comes through your hand instead of over the top of it. And it's held normally on the release cord side. But so what this effectively does is it has your two cords right up against each other while they're in the hole. And that does really well for holding on to projectiles, because the pouch is only going to open as far as the projectile pushes it. It wasn't like if you were doing like this would be more of a normal sling hold for me, except on the middle fingers there. But then the two cords are actually wide open from each other. But bringing that through the inside of the hand like that, that tightens them up. But I've been slinging with it. Let's do some and see how this is going. It's been going well so far. Oh, and just a note, this is at 13 meters, a little bit more, like 13 and a half probably, and I'm just slinging tennis balls for this, which anyone who's watched me in the competition knows I'm pretty terrible at this distance with this ammunition. I'll cut this, but I'll just put this in. I threw 11 out of 15, 9 out of 15, 11 out of 15 again. All hits on the target. The last one, I think I got 3 or 4 Dianas. That's why I turned the camera on. Now, obviously, I suck. That was better. That was 12 out of 15 with 3 Dianas, I think. A little humid out here. I'm sweating pretty bad. But I know what you're saying. You're saying, I was probably just doing this over and over until I got the good round like that. So let's go one more time. All right, 7 out of 15. So that one was a tie for my worst round. Gotta go again. I'm wearing myself out. Here's a comparison. I know Channing is always comparing slinging to baseball because of how he throws. But here's one. On target slinging, the analogy is the first pitch strike. The pitcher's going up against the batter. Getting strike one is so important. And slinging, doing any target, no matter how many you're throwing, getting that first one. You hit the first one, doesn't even have to be Diana. Just a quattro on number one, you just feel better. Diana. Whew. That was a tie. That was like 12, and I think like 6 Dianas. So watch out. 13 meters, Joe's coming. The only thing about this grip, and in the earlier rounds I ran into it, is you've got to make sure that the retention cord is tight, because when it's coming out over top of your hand, it's easy to see and feel. What I had on a couple of throws is it was actually getting a little bit loose in here. I don't know how well it's showing up, but when I centered the ball on the pouch, that was loose in there, and I couldn't feel it really because the ball was centered. And so when I did the throw, it just went completely wild because essentially both cords were giving release to the ball. So that's just one thing to watch out for. Just make sure that's taut. And the release cord, in how he told me to do this, was no retention knot, or no release knot, sorry. So on this, I'm not using that. I might put one in just to play around with it and see how that works with this hold. But the no release knot actually works pretty well. Some going out way early was because I got the cord out a little bit early. Also in cold weather with cold hands, no release knot would never work. But no, I like this grip, and I'm gonna keep using it for the shorter ranges. I don't know if I like it so much for the longer distance, like 30 meters. I don't know if I like it as much, but it's still new, so I'm still working with it. But I like that hold. Cheers.